Hello, good evening. It's a bit ad hoc, this one. Let's get into it. Let me grab my phone as well, real quick. Right, okay. I need to advertise this so people know it's happening. Let me do that real quick. Copy link. Rebel. Streaming announcements. Okay, I don't have much charge in my phone, and I left my phone charger at work, so I'm gonna struggle to read chat today. But I'll have it open, even if my phone dies a death. I can always just tab back and forth. I can always tab back and forth, yeah. Right. I am in the streaming channel of the Rebel Discord right now. If anyone wants to say hello and co-host. Let me get to the chat room. There we go. Right, so let's go. Rebel competitions. Join a competition. Here we are. It's coming up to the halfway point of the season. There's been some very exciting developments in the divisions. Martin Krul, good evening, sir. Good evening. Welcome to the show. The run of show today, I think, is going to be like I did 3 weeks ago, where I go through all the little mini divisions, see how everyone's been doing, have a look at some of the games. Hello, Augustus. The responsible adult in the room has arrived. Hold on, Discord. Hang on, wait. OBS can't hear you. Let me just fix that on my end. So that witty remark you just made just got completely ignored by the broadcast. Hang on.
Story of my life, my friend. Story of my life.
And that self-depreciating one also got missed. So don't worry, you're in the clear. Okay, so there we go.
Hello.
There you go. Right. Have you received the instructions from Herringzord as to this wheel spin?
I haven't. I'm just gonna watch you do it and then go, that doesn't look right.
Okay, right. Let me send you this then, because he sent some to me. Right. I'll send a screenshot of it to you so we can all follow along.
Fantastic.
Together. Because we're still in the preamble phase of all this. We definitely haven't started yet. Rules for the wheel. There we go. Right, I sent you a JPEG on Discord.
Super. Thank you, mate. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so basically we just have to put Jed, Mattia, Bron, and Wentros in the same group. Cool.
Yeah, we do. We also, the best part for me is we also have to put Basti into Group H and do him like almost instantly, because he's lost all his games and there's only so many teams that can actually play against him.
Bless him.
But we'll get to that later. Let's kick things off with 2A. See how they've been going. I know there's been some drama, and we'll start with the drama because I'm going to click on Abracadabras, and there's only one werewolf, and it's MNG.
Yeah, we have lost a legend.
We have.
Pull one out.
If anyone hasn't been paying attention, it was Matty Potter, as he will now be known, Matty at 96, just murdered. What was his name again?
Wolfdemort.
Yeah. That was the strength 4 one. And as per the GMAN Discord channel, it looked like it was a random 1-die block. No Mighty Blow or anything.
Yes.
Just killed it, no regen. So, and also the Necromantic Necros took out a 1-0 victory against Jed. So
I don't think anyone really saw that one coming, but yeah, from what I caught in the Discord, it seems like it was a bit of a stuffing.
Yeah, absolute clearing. And also MNG'd the other wolf. So this isn't an original comment, but everyone will now be desperate to draw Jed for this next game.
I do not think there will be a better chance to beat Jed in this entire season. than there will be in this next game.
Yeah.
Unless the other wolf dies, I suppose. This could be one of those.
Well, he can't die next game. But Dumble Doge looking at it's a little bit worried, has to be. Because there's also 2 MNGs here, so they've only got 11. 10? No, they got 10. Yeah, so there'll be Journeyman, no bench. Right for the taking. Because they've still got this, they've only just managed to get one of the golems to guard. There's still a fresh flesh golem. Got to say that 3 times fast. And a fresh werewolf on the table. So
yeah, it was kind of always Jed's weak link was those flesh golems. So yeah, this is definitely an exploitable team in the next game.
Very exciting. And all that, and Matthias still couldn't win this little mini group. That one goes to Winterrace and the Shadow Dragons. This pro team, which is all Bloodstep, very boring and good. 3-1 against Jed. Have they not played? They have played. What was that last? I thought Jed's last game was against Matthias. Hold on, schedule. They haven't played yet. So Winterrace and Braun haven't played yet. So Winterrace can really get a gap to the top. How did he call them pro elves? Sorry. Did I really call them pro elves, dude? My brain is not with it today. Like then I go to click on them, I click on the Necro team. I click on Matthias' team instead of Winterrace's team. God, I am a liability.
We should probably talk about Matthias'
let's
team.
talk about Matthias' team. These were the victorious players, and we know who it was who did the deed.
No, I can't remember, but we can probably infer it. We can't really infer it from the TV either.
It was either the wraith. It was one of the wraiths that did it.
It was a wraith.
I think it might have. I think it was the non-mighty blow one that did it. Maybe can't remember. Anyway, good wraiths. Good job for them. Oh, damn! I just got out of Twitch.
That would make it the spirit of Vlad the Unjust, who was the killer. I think, based on that criteria.
I think that's what it is. Did we get I don't think you can get zombies from regeneration players, can you? So there won't be a zombie wolf, unfortunately. Yeah.
I do enjoy the fact that there is a player called Alberic Tax Fraud, though. That is a great name.
Yeah, it's very strong. Also strong is the sneaky player, sneaky get dirty player. God, I am. My brain is gone. I haven't even got to the wheel spinning yet. This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
So this is now the Necro team to beat in GMAN. Now the top dogs, quite literally. Mm-hmm. So keep your eye on Matthias. This might be his playoff year. You never know. I mean, with a result he's like that.
Cracker of a season so far.
Yeah, he's had a banger. Let's go look at Braun and Winterrace. Then I have a quick check up on Braun. This is the two-piece chaos team that surprised expectations by being at the top early on. They picked up a win against Matthias here, a 2-1 win. They get thrashed down 3-0 by Jed at the start of the split, but
yeah,
be expected really. But they'll be going into Dark Elves. And as long as it's going to be beginner's luck all the way through, but I suspect that's what it's been all year, and it's not been a problem for Braun. So who knows? No,
I mean it's an incredibly slight team considering you've got 2 unleveled blockers and then 2 great players and one that's just kind of a bog standard warrior after this sort of many games.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's the end of the team.
It's rough. I mean, I get the idea. Like in these, they get Borak guaranteed against any bash team, and that's a really strong piece. That's what I've been finding out. But their their elf options aren't that good. It's like Gobbler. Like Gobbler can do a job because he's tentacles, strength 4 with leap, so he can be like a B-Tech. He's like a B-Tech Beast of Nurgle, or like a Croxicle or something. But he has no defensive skills, so you can just red dye him with wrestle, and most of the time it's fine. And then Hack Flem is just a worse gutter runner, so it's a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I might be tempted to take Grashnak if you're not going into a lot of block on this game.
Unfortunately for him, the Shadow Dragons
a lot of block on Winterrace's
1,
team,
2,
isn't it?
3, 4, 5. I mean, we're getting into chainsaw territory here. I mean, I know loner chainsaws are a meme, but they're probably one of the safer ways to get to block a Blodge Stepper.
Yeah.
We will be able to bring bribes as well, most likely. He's going to have about 400, I think. So,
I've been mucking around on Eternal League with the big rat ogre with the that is essentially a ball and chain dude.
Yeah. Creek Rescouger. Yeah, I had
He's
yeah. Go on.
surprisingly fun. Surprisingly fun to
Mm,
use as just a random inducement for a chaos team. So
yeah,
yeah.
he's good. He cost me a playoff game, I think, once when I induced
Oh,
him.
nice.
So I've soured on him quite a bit. But it was my fault. I induced him against chaos or something that outstrengthened me, so it was very hard to keep him safe.
Yeah.
So I put my hands up on that one. Right, that wraps up this little mini div at the top. So congrats to Enteros, commiserations to Jed, and look out for Mattia and Bron here as well. Mattia I thought Mattia would go 003. I'm not gonna lie. So he shocked me there and is putting together a very good season. Spartacus, hello. Welcome to the show. Just in time for Miss Division 2B, which has got Brainlord and Martin Cruel, who are both in chat. They will both be playing later this evening. So best of luck to them both. I see both of them angling to dodge the wheel and maybe get luckier, but they've both had such a good season. It doesn't matter that you're both in the top bracket. So regardless of the result, you'll still be in the top bracket. So it doesn't actually change that much. But if we look quickly at the ranking, Martin Cruel has won both of the games here, beating Bob and Mojo Ryzen with the Pink Fluffy Unicorns, who I think are getting towards the top of the table. Let me just check. I've got the standings open on a tab, and yeah, he's second to Jed with a game in hand. So Martin Cruel could top the division tonight with a win. So no pressure, buddy. We're about to see Jed get overthrown by the Pink Fluffy Unicorns.
It could be interesting to see, and it's going to be interesting to see how the Abracadabras recover from the losing of the Ultimate Wolf of Doom, because it is not inconceivable to see if they struggle for a few games because of the lack of that player and not being able to protect things and having a sort of knock-on effect of having MNGs going into every game for the next few games.
Yeah.
Martin Cruel could open up a pretty decent lead.
He could. I've noticed that I've managed to get onto this team is supposed to be his family, and I've managed to get in here somehow. There's LOS fodder for Loz's Claw MB. I think we played at the start of the season, and he did do the job. I think he got knocked out eventually, but he tanked a few hits. So
yeah,
I'm surprised he's kept him.
Arctic tried to pull that one on me, and did sort of but the opposite. And
really?
we'll get to that. It kind of didn't work out for that particular player, but we'll see when we
ran
get
out
there.
of close family members. Lol. Oh, at least we're honest. What do you mean? I'm right here. No, I'm joking. So this kind of blows up the narrative from last season of like GMAN Premier's too hard to break into, because Martin Cruel was fresh last season. This is a 2-season Orc team.
Correct.
Believe it or not.
Crazy to see that team, considering its TV and the amount of skills floating around on it, that it's only a 2-season team.
Yeah.
And Mommy Murder continues to be one of the most lethal players in the league
division, especially with the death of the Strength 4 Wolves. Cleared the path for Mommy Murder. But yeah, look at all this. This is peak orking here. I mean, this is the swan song for Block Guard. This will be like a 2100 team in the new rules with all the extra cost of blocking guards. So this is a real swan song for this style of build. So Martin Cruel will be enjoying it while it lasts. Everyone else will be counting down the days to the new rules where they don't have to deal with this sort of team anymore. I don't have to play him. I've done my, I've put in my shift. Did I get a draw against these guys? I don't know. I can't remember. I beat them. Oh, nice. This helps my strength of schedule a lot. So keep on winning, Martin Cruel, and hopefully we can both make playoffs again. That would be a nice, fun rematch. Anyway, enough about him. Brainlord, hello. Let's do Brainlord's team before they play.
Yes.
And I think we're down a catcher. Romance Supernova. Unlucky, sir, but they're done. I wish there was a nicer way just to look at the past players in the client. I used to cheat and have Rebel.net open, and I could just look up past
Yeah,
players.
we all miss Rebel.net. It's one of those things that we've just had to kind of keep calm and carry on with the loss of. But yeah, it was pretty useful for looking at stuff like, oh, this player died in this game, and so on and so.
And a big MNG on Mr. No Reroll, allegedly the scorer of this team. Fortunately, the Armor 11 plus Blitzer is still going strong, as you'd expect. How did your games go this week, Brainlord, while we've got you in chat? Took a draw against the Corny Lions and a win against Lads Boys Lads, so not bad. Keeping up his momentum at the top of the season.
Indeed, Bob, could be the year of the Brainlord.
Could be the year
season of the Brainlord, I guess.
the spring of the Brainlord.
The few months of the Brainlord.
Yeah. Cosmos still alive, so target for Martin Crawl here. And I don't know. I think this team is the antithesis of Orcs, right? Because it's just so many good agility skills. And the guard doesn't matter because he's not fighting you anyway, so it could be a scary game for Martin Crawl, this one. I think I'd probably back Brainlord to win, even if it costs him most of his team.
I think there's a fair shout. Yeah, I could see this going either way. And it's going to be one of those ones where if you get if Martin Crawl gets first drive and gets really, really lucky, you can take half of Brainlord's pitch off the pitch.
Yeah, I've infected you
as well. Team off the pitch.
Yeah.
And then you kind of look at it as maybe some elf stuff happens. So I think this is a difficult one to call. I will back my co-host, though. I will back Brainlord on this one and say that it's going to be 2-1 to Brainlord.
Nice. I'm sure I'd be happy to hear it. And then let's have a quick look at Bob's team. The Lesser Orcs. Did we do? We must have done the Orc Bowl. And yeah, it was a tight 1-0 loss.
Yes. Yeah.
As you'd expect. Although with 3 defensive, it might have been a bit closer, but not enough. Not enough, and there's no Fowler, so 2 ways of removal compared to 1. I mean, this guy's only got the one. Oh, I was about to say he's only got 1 mighty blow. He's got bloody 6 of them.
Yeah, his momentum's kind of stalled out from us talking about how disgusting his team was at the beginning of the season. It's been a bit of a rough go around for Bob. He's had some very apparently very enjoyable games, but very close losses.
That's the main thing. I think it is a very honest team.
Yeah.
Some would say a little bit boring, but that's what Orcs. I say that playing Nurgle. I'm well within my rights. And then finally at the bottom of the table, the Corny Lions, the core team. It's now up to 4 Claw MB. Probably a little bit disappointed with their results this split, considering there's so much armor 10 plus to Claw Punch.
I think there's a degree of where Corn teams are concerned, they're so incredibly swingy because of the vast quantity of frenzy that they have, which kind of dictates your movement based on random chance. That I think it's one of those things where we'll probably see, if we see more Corn teams coming through, them kind of pinball around the table quite a bit, because they might get into a run of like 3 bad games where they get absolutely destroyed, and then they'll get 3 good games where everything fires off and goes well and they'll be fine. But Mojo Rising's been doing really well. I played him earlier in the season. Corn teams are a bit weird to play against. It must
They're
be said.
very unique. I got a lot of practice in the fresh because everyone was trying them out. There's like 6 of them.
Yeah.
So I got some good reps in. Apparently, Bob's lost his thrower.
Indeed, yeah, we are missing a thrower on Bob's team.
Well spotted, Brainlord. So that's probably going to hurt. That's definitely a big problem for Orcs. Although you can just carry on a Blitzer. You'll probably just carry on Valiant and take the movement up. It's like a movement up thrower. Once it gets to show hands, but tough loss there for Bob. But yeah, 11 Corn is very sketchy. 11 of any low armor team is always a bit scary. Although we've got all our positionals, so it's not as bad, I guess. I don't know. I don't like it. It's like my 4th dead thrower. Fair enough, Big Burly Bob. Also, welcome to the show. There we go.
It's the curse of Orcs.
Yeah.
Throwers being a bit squishier than the rest of the Orcs, they tend to be targets for sacking. So, because you tend to carry the ball on them, so therefore they tend to be a bit squishier and they tend to get a bit crumped.
I mean, it's an admirable effort. How close are we now to Bob getting his legendary skill? 8 SPP away for a legendary big gun blocker.
What do you even take on a legendary big gun blocker?
I think random. I think we're taking random strength. Can we take randoms for our I think we're trying to get a legend before the rule set ends, and we have to retire the team. So I think we'll just take whatever we've got SPP for. But I mean, what would you? I don't know. Dodge. I'd probably take dodge if I had infinite SPP. I'd make him Blodge firm.
If you're trying to get to legend before the end of the season, you're probably taking a primary on it though, because you're only
I just take a random. I'd probably just take a random strength. I don't think any of them are bad.
Go with grab.
Yeah, probably grab.
Or even jugger. Jugger could work.
I don't know. I think I mean it's not bad. Brawler. Make him the Black Orc he always wanted to be.
Yeah.
I think that has to be now with that dead thrower. What's the record like this season? It's still a decent record, but if there's only if they have to cut the playoffs by another round, it might be a struggle to get playoffs. But we can at least get the legendary blocker. That's an achievement in and of itself. So best of luck going for that one.
Yeah, good luck for that one, Bob. You watch. Now we've talked about it. Bob the blocker will die in the next game.
That's what I was going for. Right, let's get a move on. Menno took a win over Chudo and has also come out on top here. This is a very drawy division. 1-2-0 is enough to take this split for Menno. A nice little recovery. He had a bit of a wobble. But
it's a tough team to beat because he's got those two utterly ridiculous pestigores that can kind of win the game for him, or snatch a draw from the jaws of defeat. I had to really think about how to say that there. I mean,
you kind of walked yourself into an alley.
Those two pestigores. Look at the amount of SPP across those two pestigores. Isn't that insane?
It is brutal. I mean, look at Bob doing some honest work, taking 6 seasons to get one Black Orc to legend, and these guys are just doing it for fun. How many players we're up to? Still short of 11, but we've got 7 positionals. I'm regretting having 4 festivals at this point. To be honest, I should probably get rid of one of them, but I just like movement 6. I'm not good enough to get by with movement 5, so that's my curse. But the problem with this team is every skill that is needed has already been gotten. So this team is not going to change. Apart from pieces dying, this won't change. Just the number of rotters we have on the spare bench here will change a little bit, but from a recapper's point of view, there's not a lot to write home about here unless I start watching his games back. Which I used to do during COVID, but there's deadlock to play. So, right, let's have a look down at Judo. 1-1-1. The Norse team. This is not. I knew I get tricked every week, every recap by one of them.
You thought it might be True Norse.
Yeah, it's not True Norse. It's Pants of the Gods. And we've got a movement 8 Valk now, so good job. Fancies of Piety. This is a solid development for this team. They're very happy. Might have cost us.
I mean, it's a 13-player plus boar Norse team at this sort of level in this sort of division. I mean, division. I can't speak.
No, I like the slang.
I mean, they're doing pretty well. They are doing pretty well considering that they're still healthy in terms of roster size. And they're putting 3 skills on some decent players. I mean,
they're winning the games they have to win. They're beating the elves. They're beating the underworld. Anything that's weak, they're getting the results that they need to get because it's quite a bashy dip.
As with any team like them, Norse Amazons of the two really. If they run into a sort of absolute team, then they're probably dead. But they're riding the bleeding edge right into the danger zone, not giving a damn.
Yeah,
because they've got their powerful pants on.
No, they're killing it. There's a lot of pressure for Judo going into these matchups, but he's getting the results he needs. So still in the hunt for sure. Outcast, hello, welcome to the show. I think he said he's missed a couple. So how's your season gone, Outcast? If you're still here, we've got Ratigan and friends here. Richard Blitzmore, very good reference, is coming along very nicely. Just made it to Horns, so following in the footsteps of the prior legend. I don't think they'll get there this season unless they start funneling touchdowns. But it's very hard to funnel touchdowns when Clutch, Furry Fast, and Ratzuka are on the pitch. These guys do a lot of that work. But no, solid little run of 3 games. Beat Core Knight, which is always difficult to do regardless of the situation. He managed to get a draw against a Menno, which is a good result for sure. Always a good result.
Yeah, excellent result against a Menno. He is a scary player to go up against with those ridiculous players. I mean, that said, it's not like Outcast doesn't have some ridiculous players.
Brazuka could get a level. We have enough SPP for it, I think. He has a primary at least. Don't tell me he's saving for another statter. He's already passing 1. What more could he need? Surely, you know, we take one of the amazing passing skills, like, I don't know, running pass or... Sorry, no, we'd never take running pass. That's terrible. Maybe safe pass? Accurate? Fumblerooski, mate? No, Cannoneer, surely.
Fumblerooski. Why not Fumblerooski for the memes?
I think we have to take Cannoneer. Probably. Because when we're passing 1+, accurate kind of doesn't matter. I guess unless you're marked. Agreed. So you may as well take Cannoneer and get some really long passes going.
I mean, I look at these skills so infrequently that I can't even remember what half of them do. So I'm not even going to comment.
Outcast coming back. Core Knight win was a bit undeserved. Oh yeah, no, I say that after I win all my games as well. Makes me look a lot humbler than I actually am. That's good tech.
Well, we're British. It's kind of required.
That's true. El Bellandito has he made it yet? He's almost made it. It's a dirty player. He's a touchdown away. So Bellandito
not going to make it next game, no, as he is missing from the next game.
No, big miss, losing the Fowler. But we're trim enough that we might be able to induce a sneaky git. But yeah, it's always rough Underworld not having a dirty player guy, because it's not like Goblins, you don't get one for free.
Yeah, true.
You have to earn them. Cannoneer or Nerves of Steel. Mighty Blow is an option as well. Unless there's a passing skill with MB. I must admit, I'm not particularly aware.
Yeah, I can't really see the Mighty Blow as an option there. I think you're probably more likely to see Nerves of Steel. Cannoneer would work, but yeah, I think Nerves of Steel is a pretty good shout there.
Probably. We're missing out on the Cannoneer, so the Hail Mary pass diving catch angle. You never know. If one of the Goblins randoms diving catch, we might see it, but I doubt it. And Ratican is almost at legend. He has legend. He can take it. You can take a strength or a mutation here. For a legendary Ratuga. And Outcast is,
I mean, you're probably waiting on this one though, aren't you? Just to really hammer it home. There's a few more games to go. I think Outcast is in with a good shout of getting a few extra games towards the end of the season as well. Oh, we're going for tackle. That makes sense.
Saving for tackle.
It's not far off it.
Well, he's 7 SPP from retirement. We'll see if anyone can hasten that up. It's always I never like hanging. I've never been in the position to have a legend, but I feel like if I ever get there, I just instantly get it the moment I can, so I can say that I've got a legend. But I appreciate that Outcast gets legends all the time, so he's probably numb to it at this point. And finally, Core Knight, a rough split, and definitely one of the weaker Orc team. Well, weaker than Martin Quill's Orc team, out defensived by Bob's Orc team, rookie troll. So definitely like the third best Orc team in the division. Starting to feel it a bit. Can't get the wins he needs.
Yeah, missing a couple of players for the next game as well. So might struggle depending on the
stalling out and still in the top bucket. I'm pretty sure. So maybe I haven't checked, but he could well be in the top bucket. So it could be 3 more tough games. Without 2 key pieces into the next one, it's looking a bit spooky.
I think that what me and Brainerd were talking about last week is that there's so much churn in the middle of the table that I think that anyone who's been in the top of the table this round is probably looking at least a couple of tough games coming up, because there's just so many people in the mix.
There's a lot of draws,
I can see a couple of teams where I'd be like, I wouldn't really mind playing them because they don't have a great deal going on for them. But there's quite a lot of teams sort of floating around. There's like a whole big middle chunk of that table that is teams that you look at them and you go, they can probably beat any other team in the league on their day. You know? So I think that regardless of where you finish up here, you're probably looking at a couple of tough games, regardless of what division you end up in. Which bodes ill for Basdi, but we'll get to that later, I suppose.
Right, Wonderful Cat in Division C came top. Undefeated this split. Beat McSwiss, and then drew the other two. Lots of draws in this little mini division, which hasn't helped that churn. But everyone made it through. He made it through me, and he made it through two Nurgle teams here, and the team is still in very good nick. So congratulations to you, Wonderful Cat. And if I remember correctly, I played Wonderful Cat, and I got very. It was another one where what did I do? Oh, I should have beaten him, but I went for a greedy extra block and pushed. No, I went for a greedy extra block, and it pushed a guy to mark my scorer, and then that made the difference on the scoring play. So I was very frustrated with myself after that one, to be honest.
I think I might be wrong here. I might be misremembering, but I think when we looked at the teams last week, both myself and Brainlord, I think that he's probably got the best chosen team in the league at the moment.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can't remember if there's another one that I'm completely forgetting about, but it's certainly healthier. Or
it's
not
most
healthier,
complete,
but,
and he's got the double two heads as well. So he's got agility angle. He's got a little bit of bonus guard. Yeah, it's really good.
It's in better nick than Arctic's team, which has taken a few losses, and mine, which has just been sluggish to get out of the gates in terms of levels up. So, I know there are other Chaos teams available, the Blue Peter line, but
very good.
But
yeah. Anyway, good stuff for him. I was second on a technicality. I think I shared joint second, and I'm having to quickly adjust the pathing for my rot spawn because I'm not going to be able to get a stat up, I don't think, with the amount of games left. So I'm just trying to slam, break tackle, stand firm. And then I'm hoping to get diving tackle by the end of the season, but I doubt it. But he did win me my game yesterday. I couldn't stream it, but I played who did I play? Bopnot. Oh, I played Bopnot, and he had me dead to rights, but I made a beast double go for it to mark the gutter runner,
nice.
With no reroll, and the beast just did all of it, and then for the rest of the half, he couldn't get the ball carrier to pass the tense roll. So he was stuck on the beast. I didn't activate the beast for like 3 more turns, and I ended up grinding him down because he had to commit to try and fight to save his ball carrier.
I'm a tense advocate. I think tentacles are underrated to a certain degree. So yeah, I can see that happening. That's pretty great, especially when tense is like the anti-Skaven skill, isn't it?
It's just anti anything fast. It's like the only way to beat fast teams on Nurgle, I think, is to get the tense in, which is why I always try and build the Beast of Nurgle as like a cage diving piece as opposed to like a blocking piece. Because it's like your only out. It was my only out against he snakes foul appearance on it as well. It was like the best chance he had to punch it with another gutter runner. It was like a red die, but he had wrestle, and he used his last reroll to snake the foul appearance roll. Huge game from Isle of Aran. Huge MVP performance from this guy right here. Won me the game. High key.
So you're missing your ball carrier for your next game?
I am. The Skaven took 10 blocks, and one of those blocks MNG'd the ball carrier. So it's going to be a fun next one. But it gives me an excuse to level up ladders or mistline.
I mean, the only thing with that is you were talking about going down to 3 pestigores.
Yeah, it's been forced on me here.
Almost certainly going to get the MVP on mistline and level it up, and therefore be like, I can't justify firing him now.
No,
that's just how it works.
Oh, mistline, I'm going to go random mutations to figure out how to build it, because I've got ladders will be the sacking one, and then mistline I'll just random mutations, and it'll become a better version of one of the other 3. Is the theory.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Bopnot, I think probably a bit sad about that one. Because he was thinking more than I was. Yeah, he was thinking more than I was, and the dice were like bailing me out quite a bit. And then he made one mistake that gave me like a 50% play, which was getting the Beast of Nurgle on the ball. And then I made that coin flip, and then the dice completely deserted him after that. So
it happens.
It does happen.
Bopnot has a bit of a rough go around this split. These last 3 games for him have not been the most kind that I've ever seen.
No.
But his team is great, so it's one of those ones where the luck changes and he'll be fine.
No one important died again. Look at this. He's fully benched up now. He He benched up a little bit, and I was still able to clear it because I was fouling like a maniac, and also got some good dice. So now he's really benched up. He does not want to go down below 11 players again. Yeah, rough.
Nice to see another Boldinator as well. There's a few of them still kicking about. I've got one. I think you've got one. There is another one somewhere. Who's got one? Arctic's got one, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. We have to keep the Boldinator curse going. It's great.
Anyway, Fatsar's getting really close to legend here. He's made it to legend. I suspect we're just waiting on a stat. So 11 more 100%. There. We're really getting there now. Apache Run is also in range. So Bob Knott will have a capstone here to end the season. Even if the dice have deserted him at the worst possible time. Let's have a quick look at McSwiss, who went under the radar here a little bit. 1-1-1. Basically the same record as me. Basically the same team as me. High key. Like, it's got a couple more levels on it, and I feel a bit sorry because we spend all our Nurgle time talking about my team, and then we go to his team, and it's like the same thing, so we don't talk about it as much. But nah, it's rough. A little bit less bench. And we played a very boring Nurgle mirror. I think I streamed that one.
The only thing that's less interesting than a Nurgle mirror most of the time is a Dwarf mirror.
Yeah,
so,
I got out Nurgled though. I tip my hat to the better Nurgle coach. He did beat me comprehensively 1-0.
They were stinkier.
Yeah, they were. I got outstunk pretty hard.
I think I referred to that as the toilet bowl.
Yeah, so... I got outstunk and outthunk. It was pretty rough. Right, let's go and have a look at 2E now. And those guys over there. Medicine Dan, Bobby Bintang, Shamba. This is a classic GMAN Premier Division.
It really is.
This is
like old school, old guard.
It's like Leeds, Liverpool, Coventry, and AFC Wimbledon or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's pure Barclays or whatever the football people say. I'm not really a football person. Elf and a Handcart. How have they done so far? They've got a pretty solid start. Beat Bolter, beat Shamba, and managed to get a draw against in the Elf off. So we're pretty happy about that. And Medicine Dan getting there. Beelzebub has also made it to legend, I think. Yes, he has.
Yep, so... indeed. Yeah, 30. So yeah.
God, everyone's saving for stats on their legends. I'm just slamming it in. Get the legend. But
I can't really see the point in saving for stats if you've only got 6 more games with this team. You know what I mean? Like you'll get the stat on the last game, and then the team's gone.
It's very egotistical, isn't it? It's saying I can make playoffs in a 30. There's like 8 playoff slots or like 4 playoff slots in a 30-team div. Like, I'll make playoffs. I can pad here and save and get my stat up for the postseason. Not everyone's going to make it.
My gut feeling is it will have 8. It won't be 4, but we'll see. We'll see. It's all depending on. I mean, it's games development. When do games developers ever release anything early or on time? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Is the thing.
Especially at smaller studios where they have to work on like multiple games at once. Like it's so cooked.
Exactly.
That's right. But anyway, we've got Beelzebub.
We've all seen the huge amounts of errata that's going to have to come out with the new rule set anyway. So there's going to be lots of back and forth there. It'll delay everything. I'm reasonably confident we're going to get a full playoffs, which probably means we won't now. Hooray!
Well, thank you very much for cursing that one.
We'll see.
Let's have a look at the other elf team here. Boy Bintang. Probably the most fair dark elf team out of the lot. There's like only the positionals have any skills. It's like an orthodox elf team where it's just the positionals and then a bunch of chumps. At least the chumps don't have Loner. And yeah, Sophiel has got. Oh god, this is a horrific piece. 831+.
It really is. It really is.
Vile. Luckily though, because I'm Nurgle, right? I don't have to worry about positioning against a 1-ton for this piece. I just put the 5 disturbing presence on the LOS in a vaguely fair order, and I can just make it like a 4+ to catch the ball, which is as good as it'll ever get. No, Bobby Bintang, another regular. I haven't played him yet. I'm looking forward to playing some elves, to be honest. I've been playing a lot of bash teams.
I think you're due it now, aren't you? So you're likely to pull elves in this next draw. So we'll see what the wheel does.
Yeah, we will.
If the wheel wills it, it shall happen.
Yeah, fingers crossed. The Zons. Let's look at the Zons. Any levels? Derry Nose made it to guard, so both of the blockers are now back up to scratch. Although they were MNG'd for the trouble, but main thing is we've got this piece to be a decent piece again. The only reliable source of guard on this team, so it's very good to get that. And then another level, the blitzers made it to tackle, so we've got more tackle, which is very good. We're getting there. There's slowly developing, but they're taking the attrition is real. Like, look at these stat bursts, 3 MNGs.
I mean, it's on, so you expect it, but that is 3 MNGs that you really don't want going into your next game, isn't it? I mean,
they're 160. Oh Jesus! And they have lizard men inducements as well. Although Carlo, like, the Zon inducements are kind of fun, but I don't, the human ones are better. So bit of a rough deal.
Carbon Kill's pretty good.
Yeah, I said that, and I remembered Carla existed, and I was like, oh, hold on, they do actually have a decent staff there. I've just told a lie.
Shanda, I believe, actually had a pretty decent game last game. So,
congrats.
Maybe he's turned the corner, because he's been having an absolutely wretched time of it this season.
He's been, I mean, this is a long gap from what this was at the start. We're down to 3 rookie Saurus. Oh, God. Yep. Poor Shamba. I've been seeing it. I've seen him streaming bloody ladder on the weekends. It's like a Saturday, and I check my Twitch and I see Shamba streaming like the CCL Open ladder, like some sort of Dimmy G madman. Like that guy needs like an outreach session or something. Poor bloke.
I think he just had a really bad game, and he just went, I'm full masochist, and was just like, do you know what? I had a bad game. I need to punish myself. I will just go and ladder and stream it for a while and let everyone watch me lose my mind completely.
We need that boy. That boy is in trouble. We need an intervention. Someone be kind to him. Anyway, the poor.
Well, fingers crossed he's turned the corner here, and he's going to have a run of fairly decent.
Isn't he a super? I swear he won a Super Bowl, right?
He did.
Yeah. Well, we could cry into a Super Bowl trophy at the very least. But like at least it's completely imploded in like a comedic fashion. It's not like it's slowly whittled away and has had like it's not like he's falling out of a playoff spot with some tragic deaths. Like everyone's been dying.
Yeah.
He has lived and died by the power. I think that's the thing,
right?
I agree.
We go, oh, it's in a comedic way, but when you experience this kind of snowball across a season, it is utterly heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's awful.
Because you get to a point where you get like 5 games in and you've just got nothing, and Nuffle has given you nothing, and like half your players are dead, and your team is a wreck, and you just go, why am I even bothering?
Yeah,
and you've got,
exactly.
He's got what, 2 more splits to go after this. It's just like, I'm glad that he had a good game last week, because I would be seriously worrying for his mental health if he was still going through that kind of horrid, oh look, I've lost a Saurus again kind of
also
situation.
Because like the Lizard Star players, like they're not very fun, in my opinion. No. They're like, it's fun. Like the first time you have to induce dribble and drool, you're like, oh, this is kind of goofy, and then you try out like Anky Panky, and you're like, oh, that's got a funny name. But then you play them and you're like, oh, this isn't very fun. Like, this isn't very good. Yeah, anyway. He lived by the Power Rapper and he's died by the Power Rapper, so...
Indeed. And, he stuck to his guns with it. And it's one of those things of, like, eventually it has to work. Just the law of averages. But the way that Blood Bowl works, I find that if something's going badly for you and you keep doing the thing that's going badly for you, it keeps going badly for you.
Speaking of going badly, that's a really nice segue to the Grime Ministers, because this is a Goblin team that's been a real Goblin team. Down 1 troll now, got absolutely battered in the stunty mirror. This could have been like 4-0 to Surreal, but Surreal started fouling on turn 8 and 16 without bribes to really rub it in, and both times got sent off when he could have scored. So this is a real tragedy. This is a classic Goblin situation, by the way. And
it's just a full-on Goblin implosion, this one.
Oh yeah, in the best possible sense, because we've had a spate of very try-hard Goblin coaches. We've got people like Kianda and T-Self and Surreal. Well, that's one in each region, by the way.
Surreal's not a Goblin coach; he's just a stunty coach.
Yeah, stunty coach, I should really say.
His flings are truly disgusting.
Exactly, and they build like these really super legend big guys that are super reliable and they play properly and they don't have fun and they win all their games. and they make Stunties look like a tier 2 team.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have a good old honest, an honest Goblin team that shows for the mere mortals and, dare I say it, fun havers out there. They're actually quite tough to do well. A lot of sure feet here. And see, this is what I mean. Like, he's taking all his SVP onto the Goblins here. Yeah, he's rostered the Bomber, which is not the try hard move. So you got to respect it.
I think he had I think it was Imperator Vex who had a Doom Diver at one point.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's trying out all the pieces, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you buy the Goblin Secret Weapons box, you're like, well, I got to use all the pieces. It's cost me like 60 quid or whatever it is. So fair play. 1-1 and 13 overall. Yeah. He played a custom against Puppet Justice in a Goblin Town mirror match and even lost that. Poor boy. Anyway, he's probably got he'll play the Revolutionaries at some point, and that'll be a battle for the ages. I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, absolutely. We'll go up to your good self. How was this split for you?
It's been all right. I mean, Surreal did what Surreal does, which is just TTM me to death in our game. And, I beat Imperator. And then last game was against Arctic, which I was worried going into because Arctic's a brilliant coach. He's a TRBBL season winner at one point. And his team is ever so slightly better than mine.
Yeah.
And I managed to snatch a draw out of the jaws of defeat.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I could have scored in the first drive, but I fluffed it and didn't pay attention to my turn counter enough. And then I really genuinely thought I was doomed. I managed to remove like a bunch of his players right early on, but they all came back from knockouts.
Yeah.
And then it was just slamming into each other. And yeah, nice. I got lucky in the end. Scored nice final turn with a Chaos Warrior, and it was a draw.
I'm looking forward to playing you this season. Have we played? I don't think we played it, have we? No. I'm hoping we get.
I don't think we've ever played.
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't think we have ever played. So I'm hoping that the wheel is kind, and at some point we end up. I think we're both nice and mediocre this season. So eventually, law of averages dictate. As long as we just keep being nice and average, we'll eventually run into each other. So yeah, this is a. Oh, did he lose it? Is this a new blocker? Boiled Trotters 2, Pig in the City. Is he a replacement?
It was. He was lost in the first round of the Euro. So yeah, he just is stubbornly refusing to level.
That's rough. You should get your ball carrier MNG'd. That's my trick. Then I gives you an excuse.
Well, to be fair, the ball carrier had an absolutely horrendous game where he failed 6 pickups in a row with the reroll. So it was like the ball got. I mean, admittedly, I was trying to be cute and I was picking up in tackle zones, but yeah, so he failed a pickup, failed the reroll, failed a pickup, failed the reroll, failed a pickup, failed the reroll, and then Pilchard Ice Cream was like, right, I'll do it then, picked it up and just ran it in. So
nice.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. The players that I want to get SPP on are stubbornly refusing to level, and Marmite just keeps eating it all. Tribe's not doing too badly though.
My bloaters are so bad at this. I've got 3 of them, one SPP from a level, so I'm gonna have to start vanity passing on them to try and get that one SPP.
Yeah,
that's really annoying.
Yeah. Interestingly as well, Arctic. I don't know if he's still got the player on his roster, but he had named a player specifically for our game, and that was one of the players that I removed quite early on.
MNG'd, you got him.
Yeah.
Leave me alone, That's very good.
So I did not take his advice there, but yeah, it was. We were pretty evenly matched. I did have some conniptions with his defensive warriors. They were a pain in the ass. But,
they are so annoying. I have experienced that as well. But Bourbon Cream's still on the pitch though, so as long as Bourbon Cream's alive, this team's got hope.
Indeed.
I think I've said that maybe 3 times already this season. Every single time I've seen this. It's the hard part about doing this is trying not to repeat
defensive
yourself.
Does make him difficult to remove, and I think I did. I want to say I badly hurt him.
Yeah,
but it was really late on.
Oh, right.
And I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure I badly hurt one of them right towards the death. But yeah, it was it's a team, like both of our teams are not really anything that much to write home about.
No.
His team is marginally better than mine in terms of development.
It's close.
Yeah, it was a pretty even match the whole way through, I think.
+1 to the Boldenator count as well. Let's have a look at Surreal, who topped the div on Halflings. So congratulations, Surreal.
Yeah, well done, Surreal. It was well
beautiful
deserved.
Stuff.
Even if it did feel a little bit like single player Blood Bowl, a game where you just pinged a halfling over and scored, and then waited until the last minute and then pinged a halfling over and scored because I couldn't get anyone near the ball carrier past those bloody trees.
You were the critical part for allowing Haley Trinkletoes II to make it to legend, a legendary halfling.
We have a legendary
random
halfling
defensive
catcher.
is the legend skill. So this is a halfling catcher that's double move up. They also have sprint. They also have sure feet and block and sidestep and now defensive. So 2 setups and 4 skills there. And yeah, a serious 1-turn threat. Although it's still Agi 3+, so the landing can be difficult. He can throw in front of the screen and land in front of the screen, so it's very difficult to position around this piece.
First touchdown he scored against me, not this week, Ben, but the week before, he threw Haley Twinkletoes. Haley Twinkletoes landed in the tackle zone of my player with tackle, and he just wandered off and scored. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And he does thank you in the chat there, so thank you. I needed a legend. So we're running a good community service. Otherwise,
you're welcome. Surreal.
Otherwise, I think the team is essentially unchanged. This is the other thing with stunty teams. Like, it's these top 3 pieces, and then the rest don't really matter. Although Misfell is having a very good season. Strip Ball, Dirty Player, Sneaky Git. The hopeful. This lineman is so goofy. Strip Ball and then Dirty Player, Sneaky Git. Like, that's so silly.
yeah. It's a fun team, isn't it? It's a fun team. If you're not able to deal with the trees, then you are just basically hoping against hope that you can somehow sneak round and smack enough halflings out of the way to get in on the ball carrier. It just didn't work out for me in the end. It just is.
The buy div. We'll take a look at Gorbash real quick. Playful Undead. The Undead teams are at the bottom, by the way. I think both Undead teams are the bottom 2 teams here.
It's been rough for the Undead teams. We were kind of talking about this before, where we were talking about how we were expecting the Undead teams to fall off a little bit when it gets a bit higher TV. But I don't think myself or Brainlord thought it would happen quite this early on. They really have struggled.
Yeah, they're eating deaths and losses like it's no tomorrow. Gorbash here, losing to the Knights. Losing to the True Norse. They will get a bye week though, so that'll be the win, but not against human opposition. And at least, we're a white down. In all the SVPs on the ghoul, like the ball carrier ghoul. But I think at this point you need to have a big white with all the trimmings, like a Juggernaut, Mighty Blow. The lack of Mighty Blow on this team is a serious problem. I think his killer has died, unfortunately, and had to be replaced. And that might be the death of the season for Gorbash, to be honest, because Undead is always going to be uphill, man.
I do think he's going to struggle to get out of the gates. He has struggled to get out of the gates. He's going to continue to struggle to get out of the gates, and he'll probably be glad of it when the season's over and the team can get consigned to the old dustbin of history.
On that optimistic note, we'll move on to Harrowing Sword and the Knaves for Knights. The pub favourite. We've got Baron Powley and Certainly both still going strong. And also Monty Dulltrunk as well, making a slight name for himself, but he's only a bodyguard after all. But as long as the nobles are still alive at the end of the season, I think the Sword will call this a success. He did unfortunately go down to the True Norse. And I
do wonder if Sword is going to continue with the whole I will play nobles until someone else does for the reset, the great reset. We can ask him, he's in the chat. Zord, are you going to continue with the nobles if nobody takes nobles next season?
I'd be shocked. I think I might look. If I will hold my hand up here. If I see only one noble sign up in its Harrowing Sword, I will also play nobles on the new rules set. I was going to play goblins, but I will be the guy.
I'm slightly tempted. I don't mind playing humans. They're essentially a hybrid between.
I kind of assumed that Zord would be on paternity leave at some point during the next season, true. And that he'd take a step away from Blood Bowl, and maybe once in his life. Not that I'm criticizing that. I mean, he's done so much for the scene. There's also that. I thought there'd also be that. Anyway, Baron and Certainly is still going. My quest to kill one of these two pieces is still on. I'm hoping we match and we get that game. I haven't played Zord in a hot minute. I can't remember the last time I played him, to be honest. It might have been a one-day cup, if at all. But yeah, because I've got a really good record against like Metal and Mapatio and McNugget. So I want to try and complete the old guard crown and get a win against Harry and Zord. But we'll see. God, 50 SVP on top of a legend.
I'm going to let you talk for a little bit longer about these teams, and I will rejoin you in a second. I'm just going to go and use the facilities and grab another drink.
Yeah, no, this has been a long one, and we don't have the boys in to soak up some of the talking.
we can't like hide behind Shanba and Brainlord mocking each other.
No,
mostly mocking Shanba, to be fair. I'll be back in a minute.
Right, see you in a bit. True Norse. This is actually not Norse, by the way. This is corn. I'm learning. We'll see how Glaudian's done. I mean, we can figure it out from the other teams, but yeah, undefeated in the split. Good job, Glaudian. Let me just tab to the division table real quick. Glaudian has made it to 15th off of this performance, so he's right bang in the middle. He's part of this glut of teams in the center of the div that's making the wheel spinning a lot more difficult. Those are solid pieces. I mean, we've had to get a new corn gore, unfortunately, but we still have one good corn gore to blitz with every turn. That's kind of the main thing. I think this might be a dead ball carrier, unfortunately, that's had to be replaced, which can be a little bit concerning. Eric the Red got to block. We're happy. We've got Kimir the White to guard. Guard is very useful on this team because they end up in very silly places, and maybe sometimes surrounded by players, which gives you guard value. So this is always strong. A couple of linemen at the top here to confuse everybody. 13 players, and this is the corn situation, right? It's 13 players and a couple skill, like one level 5 guy. We're already up to 1660, and this doesn't match well into the other bash teams. I don't think you get outguarded, out defensive quite a lot.
Hello.
Oh, welcome back. That was quick. I've just
Joys are living in a flat.
Oh yeah, I've just finished up Glaudian's team real quick there.
How many times did you call them a Norse team?
I didn't. I got it right this time.
Hooray!
I'm learning. 2H. Basti, Magnus, Spartacus, and any random hero. Any random hero going 3-0-0, getting some big wins. And any random hero, the shining light of Undead Blood Bowl, apparently. All it took was being in the bottom division. But he's pulled it out big. Got the grab mummies, doing a good job. We got a blodge guy. This is sick. I don't think I haven't paid enough attention to this team in the past recaps. But this is definitely the King Undead team, and I love the grab. So good. I do enjoy it. Yeah,
it's a fun team. It's a fun team. They are bucking the trend a little bit and doing pretty decently for themselves.
Yeah, the ghoul sneaky get fouling ghoul because it gives you you have both skills on primary is good tech. In which we hopefully get bribes to keep it on the pitch as well. A little bit underbenched, but with 300k in the bank, that's fair. I suspect you can't get too much more bench because you need bribes to be competitive.
Yeah, I mean you're looking at you're floating at 1600 TV with this team already, so you start sticking bench on there. Yeah, okay, the zombies, they don't really cost very much, but you're starting to give away things rather than have the opportunity for the bribes there.
The problem he's got is that the zombies have random too many good skills to fire them. And the scale, like, if you get rid of these 3 guys and replace them, I think you have to drop the Dauntless. But again, Dauntless is so good for an undead team because you kind of are a bash team the way you've set up. So you need that Dauntless to fight the high strength. So you can't get rid of him, but he's also like 2 zombies in 1. So it feels a bit cursed. Anyway, a big rebound win. A couple 2-1 grinds. Got the 1-0 over the Goblins. Which is, the Goblins would have loved to try and play this team because they don't have that many. They've only got a 1-man bench. So that's a very good result. That's a deceptively good result for random hero. You might look at 1-0 against Goblins and think, oh, he squeaked by, but that would have been a hard game. So congrats on getting through that. And he'll be catapulted back up now. That's 9 points at least. So he's back up into the middle.
Which is a bit spoopy for an undead team in this league, I think. We could just look at Basdi for an example of that, because Basdi has had a pretty.
Dude, I tell a lie, he's third. There's been so many draws that from Division 2H, he's got 9 points in 3 games, and he's gone from the bottom set to third. I don't know. He'll be going up into the top brackets.
Random says he's going to plummet next round, but you've been living a bit of a charmed life so far. So I'm not sure about that, Random. I think you may well have a pretty good run at this. I wouldn't be hugely surprised to see you in the playoffs at the end of this whole bunch of shenanigans.
Right, we're on to the self-proclaimed Dice Master Spartacus here. The Lizards 2-1-0. another good little split here and down in 2H. And we've got all our Saurus have made it up pretty much. We've got one rookie as is tradition, but we've got most of the rest of block. We're down a Super Skink. But some would say that Super Skink's a bloat, and it's all about the Saurus. I say that anyway. And we've got a defensive Crocs.
This is basically the exact opposite of Shamba's team, in that it's a bunch of pretty well developed Saurus and then nothing skink wise, whereas Shamba has one really incredibly good skink and basically nothing Saurus wise.
All right, we're holding SPP for a legend on a Saurus. Are we really saving for an agility? Like, are we saving for? I guess we're saving for movement 7, but like, God, surely there's something worth taking here. Surely we go break tackle. I mean, it's not very good in these rule sets. In fact, it's terrible because it's +1. So don't go break tackle. What am I on about? You go
strength up on that, surely, don't you?
I guess we're fishing for strength 5, yeah, but like,
it's only 12 off. It's only
12 off, and do you still have to roll a 12 to get it on the roll? Is that?
I can't even remember how the rolls work nowadays.
Yeah, I guess defensive doesn't hurt. More defensive.
Yeah, defensive works.
Anyway, we keep on waiting. But yeah, they'll be down to 10 next game, so they'll have it's a very fragile one, as lizards tend to be, because it's very hard to keep a decent lizard team with 14 players on it without running super late. Yeah, I think you're right.
Shamba will attest.
I think Shamba will attest. Magnus. Unfortunately, the stunty coaches in the div are kind of having to live in surreal shadow a little bit here. Magnus has not had the best season, but it's not been I say that he's 1-1-4.
Yeah,
but that's like the mean for goblins, especially when everyone starts getting tackle mighty blow. Iron Swing still going strong. You love to see it, and Iron Dirty Dan's still alive. As long as Iron Swing and Iron Dirty Dan are alive, like, this team has options to win games because it has the damage output that's required. Iron Mix up to 17 SVP and no skill. We've almost made it to 18, which will be the stat up. So one more pass. We're almost there. Once we get to Agi 2+ or movement 7, we get to start having fun. But a long way to go. Did the stunty ball show that halflings have a big advantage against goblins? No, it was the opposite actually. The semi-finals were one halfling, 3 goblin in the World Cup qualifier. I think you're talking about the World Cup qualifier. And I know because I casted some of the games. And what tends to happen is the goblin weapons are just a lot more efficient at getting rid of things than halfling stuff.
Yeah.
And because the goblins can take Varag, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they have Badlands Brawl. So Varag Gulcher in a stunty environment is absurd. Oh, Real versus Magnus. I got carried away there a bit. Have they played yet? They haven't played yet. Unfortunately, You're thinking of Imperative X, who played Surreal.
And Surreal styled on him, to be honest. So, yeah.
Could have been 4-0.
It was a
pretty rough one. Oh, God, 11 rostered players as well. Fair thought for those 11, because it's going to be a tough one.
Yep.
And finally, Re-Risen Revolutionaries. I mean, what can we say about these guys? Have they won a game yet? No, 0-6.
Basdi's attitude towards this has been great, but this must be absolutely devastating to experience, because this is
pain.
There's barely a team there, really, is there?
No, there's not much left. There wasn't a huge team at the start of the season, but there's a lot less of it now.
I mean, how do you look at a team that started out dead and go, that's actually worse? I mean, they were already dead. It's actually got worse for them.
Yeah, basically fishing for points. It's the Wolves situation, but the crowd favorite.
Yeah. Zord is claiming that if he gets a single win, that's as good as a playoff ticket.
With these pieces, I think that's fair.
It's probably true. Yeah, it's probably true.
3 OK players, and I mean, OK. I would say Subcommandant Marcos is a little bit less than OK, but I guess compared to the rest, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're still crawling on. It is crawling. It's not even stumbling at this point.
Crawling towards revolution.
Yeah. Christ. Yeah, no, the inducements are terrible.
I don't know. I mean, you say that, Bazdi, but you could be in a situation where you end up in a division with, say, Imperator Vex and Magnus. I don't know if that's possible, but if you end up with a situation with a division with Imperator Vex and Magnus, and you have one good game against one of them, you could pick up a ton of SPP, and then maybe you might be in with a shout for winning a couple more games.
Dude, they can't even induce Mighty Blow. There's no big guy option with Mighty Blow.
Nope, there is not.
That is horrific.
I mean, you're probably inducing Luther whenever you get the opportunity to, really, because he is actually pretty damn decent. But
he's already lost to Magnus. Oh, Christ.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. Sad times. I probably should have checked that. But yeah.
It's okay.
There's a distinct possibility you could end up with Imperator Vex in there, and Imperator Vex is having almost as bad a season as you are. So it could be that thing of like who can lose the least.
Yeah.
A game of who can lose the least.
Optimistic note. Let's get on to the real main event here, and that is the wheel.
The wheel
and the spreadsheet. Let's be real. What I will do, by the way, my chat kind of gets in the way of this stuff. I'm gonna move chat. I'm moving the chat on the Twitch stream over so people can get a better look at what's going on here. And I'm sorry for the light mode. So this is the Gary Manilow, which is starting to deviate from the table quite nicely here. It's coming along very well. Basti still has some way to go to overhaul Magnus the Pink here in terms of elo score. There should be a goblin offset here, but I'm not active enough to do that. Right. I have a random wheel here ready to go. Can everyone see the wheel? Is that something that can happen?
Yes, the wheel is visible. Remember that we are on a slight lag here because we're watching your stream. So don't announce anything for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson.
That will preserve the surprise.
Right, so I have instructions.
I've popped in here, lads.
Oh, Harry Zord, hello.
Hey, hello Zord.
Oh.
You know have you seen the Eurovision Song Contest where there's that one guy in the suit who sits and does all the boring scoring? That's me right now.
Right,
just here to make sure this works.
Well, I mean, we managed to not screw it up too much last time. We did have to juggle a couple of things around, and it was a bit here and there, but it all worked out right at the end.
Round 7 is the super complicated one. You can see just how much of a mess this is.
There's a lot going on here. I do have the JPEG of all the instructions here. Right. And I'm going to read it. I'll read it off.
We are being instructed by Brainlord that Zord is slightly too quiet.
I did just turn him up 10%. I can put him
there we go. The first person who's ever said that.
Right, there we go. I put him to 130. So when that comes through on Zord looks like he's on a par now when he talks in terms of OBS, but we'll see how we go. Right, so draw groups 3A, 3B, and 3C first. And we have to start with a wheel consisting of Jed, Mattia, Bron, and Wenteros.
This is essentially the seeding wheel, so this will tell you who your death will be brought to you by.
So let me go to what do I need? I need Jed. I need Mattia, Bron, Wenteros. Jed, Mattia. Where's Mattia? Mattia, Bron, and Wenteros. Oh, no, that's not the right thing. Chelsea. Right, I'm spinning it.
We can do it.
This is this is for the top slot of 2A.
I believe in you. Jed stays in 2A.
3A, sorry.
3A, sorry,
Jed.
yeah.
So, move Jed, and then we'll spin again here.
So far, so not broken, I must
say. We go. Thank you. We've cleared the first hurdle. We've gotten out the first gate, as Gustus would put it. All right.
Ooh, it's Mattia into 3B.
Yep. Matty Potter comes out the hat second. Now, this is for Group C. And for anyone interested, the person who doesn't get picked here will become top of 3D. Let me just check I've got that right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, let's see. What do we get? What do we get?
Okay.
I think that's Wenteros.
Yes, it is Wenteros.
I'm actually satisfied with the way you've drawn that. I think that's the best possible scenario. Well done.
Goes to Braun. And I will take their numbers away. Braun goes out. Mattia goes out. Jed goes out. And Wenteros goes out. Right, that's done. The preliminary there. I think we can go. We don't have to go straight to Basdi. I think we go straight now on to the rest of the first 3 groups. So that is Cruel, any random hero, not Wenteros. Cruel, random hero.
3A. 3A. We can't have random hero or Wenteros because they both played Jed. So it's going to be Cruel, MNO.
Oh no, I'm doing the A, B, and C here.
Yes.
Fill those out with the remaining teams. I think that works.
All right. I'll stop jogging your arm.
No, it's okay. Right. So this will be for Group A, Group 3A. And so the only person here who would get moved would be any random hero of the straw. Because Jed has already played any random hero. Anyone else is fair game for this group. So this is for the second slot of 3A.
It's going to be you. Watch.
It's obviously going to be Brainlord.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. Brainlord vibes.
It's
Bob's
second
here
half
for the
of the
wheel.
season.
Oh, it's Outcast.
Outcast.
That's a good draw. I like that.
Outcast is there. Move Outcast. And I think we go down the group. We now go for the third spot of 3A. Keep going. Now we have to start checking to make sure that these groups work, that we're not getting repeats. So
if I remember how the scheduling works, I think whoever's in the 4th slot will play Jed first. I think.
I see.
We are Cat. It's just tipped over to Cat there.
Wonderful Cat is fine. He can play anybody. So Wonderful Cat comes out. Wonderful Cat.
This is an interesting group so far.
Yes, and this may or may not be the Jed player now next week. So this gets the Wolfless Jed. So according to Zord,
what should be Brainlord?
So everyone hold your breath. This is
definitely Orcs. My prediction is this is definitely one Orc team.
Oh, that's going to be rough.
Oh, that's close.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Oh, it is Brainlord. It is Brainlord.
And Brainlord can be in that group, so that fills it out.
That's actually a hell of a good pull for Brainlord if that does turn out to be. Oh no, wait, week 4 you said. Whoever this is playing Jed next, is that correct? Zord?
Yeah, I think the 4th slot is the first one to play Jed with the way the scheduling works. I think it does 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3.
That'd be Brainlord without either Uberwolf. That's pretty good. Bob says stop the count.
Yeah, but which is stronger? Because second half Brainlord is here. We're into round 7.
Fair point.
Man's only good between round 1 and 6.
Right. 3B.
I guess we'll find out.
Let's carry on going. Yeah, 3B. So this is Mattia's group. Mattia has played Jed, on Outcast. So everyone, all of them are out. So this is looking good for now. So this is for the second slot of 3B. It's coming out now.
Yeah, don't doubt the wheel. The wheel will do bad things to you if you doubt the wheel. And we get... it is the Pants of the Gods, Chudo's team.
Chudo.
That's going to be a rough go around. That Norse team versus Mattia's killer Wolves of Doom.
That rules out a Menno, but everyone else is still fair game. So let's keep going.
Spin the wheel, make the deal.
We keep on spinning, baby. We keep on spinning.
That is a Bob-shaped roadblock for any other team in that division.
That goes to Bob.
That's a spicy division so far, isn't it?
It is, absolutely so. And this is going to be for the final slot now. A few more. I think a couple of coaches will have to respin, or they'll go...
Oh, it's Wonderful Cat. Wonderful Cat has already been seeded, so if we do need to take him off McSwiss, you are correct, but it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, wow. Did I not hit remove? Oh, dear. I've been... Okay, right. So Ameno can't go in this group. Let me first get rid of Wonderful Cat. Whoopsie daisy. Right. I'm down to just... What's the like right way to do this? Do I now put Ameno in 3C, or do I just respin?
That would traditionally be what you do. You'd put Ameno into 3C because you put them into the next available group when the name comes up.
Okay, that's fine by me then. Has Ameno played Winterrace? No, he is not. Okay, cool.
There we go.
Ameno goes into group 3C. And he will also come off. Right. So we're down to the last 3 spots here. We're still spinning for this 4th spot of group 3B. I'll spin it now.
Let's see what we pull.
Okay.
All right. That was a close in for you. That would have been a nasty group for you to end up in, I think, Nosra.
Medicine Dan.
Are there any nice groups left, except maybe 3H?
I think in the top 3 it gets a lot more difficult. Okay, so 2 spots left here for 3C, and I imagine this means the two of these people will be dropping down to D, E, and F. I think I'll figure it out later. But anyway, we're finishing off group 3C. And we'll spin it now.
All right. That's an any random hero.
It is any random hero. And that's fine because there's no Jed here, so any random hero fits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have to put him in lowercase. His name's today. Right.
Breaks the box.
He breaks the box. He is really outside the box. And remove him. So now one more spin for the final slot in 3C. It's between myself, Cruel, and Glaudian. And that just
random hero. Oh, we're going to find out too soon.
And that will be me. So in I go, the bottom of 3C. And take myself off the wheel. Right, we turned
potentially foreshadowing your position at the end of this split there as well.
Yeah, you never know.
Tough group. That's a very tough group.
Right, let me go to my reference. Right, we've done 3B and C, and now we must go to the other end of the bracket to sort out Bazdi's group, also known as Group 3H.
Before I forget,
yes,
I'm going to step in. That does necessitate Martin Cruel going into 3D.
Okay.
You are correct.
Because that's the
well
spare
spotted.
name.
Does that also dictate Glaudian going there as well?
No, Glaudian can go elsewhere.
Okay. I'll leave his number here as a reminder that he's still in the pool. And so now I go to the Group 3H tab, which has Bolter, McSwiss, Arctic, Gaustus, Shamba, Gorbash, Vex, and the bye week, and I will draw 3 people out of that hat to go into 3H.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's get going with it. This is for 2H, 3H. I'll get that right eventually. And there we go.
That is McSwiss and the Party Poopers.
McSwiss. And McSwiss hasn't played anybody, so that's a good pull for complexity.
For our
reasons.
sanity.
Yeah. Right, McSwiss goes out. Now we'll go again. Oh, it likes getting very close to tipping over, but there we go. Oh, there we go.
That is Gorbash.
Yep, Gorbash comes out of the hat, and that also means that you and the bye week also step out of the hat as well here.
Indeed,
you cannot play Gorbash, so we'll get rid of the bye week and we'll get rid of Gaustus. So let's do that on here as well. Bye week, Gaustus. So it's one of Bolter, Shamba, Vex, and Arctic here stepping into the bottom of Group 3H. Wish them luck. And it's not. Oh. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, that was very close. Very close. Arctic. Really wanted to give us Shamba there for a second.
I thought the Super Bowl winner was going into 3H there for a good little second. Right. So that's Arctic done. I mean,
that increases the likelihood that I'll face Shamba next round, and I'm actually quite pleased about that prospect.
So
I enjoy that game.
Yeah, we've got that out the way. Sort Group H out, and then remove those names from Group D and Group EFG lists. So yeah, we'll do that admin. So we're looking at McSwiss, Gorbash, and Arctic Antarctic. McSwiss. Can't see the other two on that list on 3D, and then
Cat and Loz are at the top of the list. Need to be taken off there as well.
Well spotted. Wonderful Cat. Yeah, that's also gone. 3E, F, and G. I can also get taken out of there. Wonderful Cat can get taken out. McSwiss can be taken out. Gorbash can be taken out. Arctic, Antarctic. Anybody else has come out the hat? I'm missing.
I think everyone else can be in there, so that should be fine. Excuse me. Burp into the microphone like a terrible person. I apologise for that if anyone caught that. Hoping that didn't get picked up.
Guardian, Horizon, Cornite, Oventine, Bot, not real, Spartacus, Sword, Bolt, Gaustus, Shamba, Magnus, Infrared, Bioweek. Okay, I've looked at this and I'm pretty sure everyone.
I think we're good.
I
think we're good. Looking at it, it looks fine.
Right. Where to next? Group 3D is next. Okay. Right, so we're sorting these last two spots. And we're looking at Glaudian, Major Horizon, Core Knight, Bintang, Bopnot, Serial, Spartacus Sword, and Bolter. And some of those we might have to respin this a few times, but that's the pool for these last two slots. I haven't done that right. I almost put the wrong names in. Let's do it right. There we go. Okay. Yeah, only one serious mistake so far, and that was the leaving in Wonderful Cat for a few spins, but it's fine.
It's not really a serious mistake. Yeah, that's a very unserious mistake. We would have just noticed and not done it anyway, so it would have been fine.
And can Spartacus come out of this hat? Let's have a quick check. Bolter and Herringzord, but not Bron and Martin Cruel. So yep, Spartacus will go in, and I spoiled that one. I'm very sorry.
Right, I'm sure Spartacus is really, really grateful for being put in a group with Bron and Martin Cruel right now anyway. Yeah. So
I actually feel for Bron here. Bron is just repeatedly getting screwed by these draws.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the next one, well, who can Spartacus? Spartacus can't play Bolter or Zord, So Bolter and Harringswood are also out of this draw because we're just drawing for the Division D. So now we're down to 1 of 6.
Put the flings in there.
Place your bets. Yeah, put the flings in there. I want to see Surreal in this group. That'd be fun. Alas, we are going to see Bobby Bintang in this group, which is a spicy group. That's a spicy group.
Bobby Bintang, yeah, this is a one to watch for sure. If you're in the habit of watching these games, this is probably the division to have a look at. Some good matchups there. Okay, so far so good. I think we go on now. If I get rid of the relevant people, who's just been pulled out there, Spartacus, Bobby Bintang. So Bobby Bintang goes out of here, Spartacus goes out of here. And so now, am I right in saying that we draw the rest of 3, E, F, and G, and there should be 12 numbers here?
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12. Okay, that's a good sign, I think.
So the easy way you could start this now is that me and Bolter need to be in different groups, but then I also need to be in a different group in the bye week.
Oh yeah, goodness me.
But Bolter doesn't need to be in a different group in the bye week, so ignore me. Just draw it and work it out.
I get what you're picking. I see what you're saying. It's there's so many permutations. It's hard to know perfectly.
Let's just pull a name and then we can see who's going to be relevant for that group. And we'll just do the thing where if we draw a name that can't be in that group, they just move on to the next group automatically. It'll save some time.
It might actually draw itself, most of this, by the time you start pulling names.
Yeah, I don't know how many spins we're actually going to need to do here. So
yeah,
I've pulled out E, F, and G. This is the hard part. And we will spin for the first spot.
Keep your fingers crossed, folks. I don't know why. There's no opponents for you yet. So we are going Imperator Vex's Goblins.
Imperator Vex. So that pushes out the bye week.
Also pushes me out, but I think we just roll it and then whoever comes up, it should be fine.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll just respin in the event of a bad draw.
Don't even need to. We can just chuck him in 3F.
Oh, true. Well spotted. Ooh.
Oh. Very spicy.
Well, they just played, so Surreal and Vex can't face each other.
Wait, did they? No, they played. Oh yes, I see Vex. Yeah.
Which interestingly enough, because I've played both of these, means I have to be in 3G.
There we go.
There we go. Well, there we have it. So this means Surreal will go to the top of F. Is it 3, 4? Yes, it is. And that means top of Group G is now Gaustus. Any more permutations we can draw from this? Anyone else have Vex, Surreal, and or Gaustus in the pool?
I think we're good, actually.
Yeah, I think we can keep rolling and then we can check and just move them along as need be. I think we got kind of lucky in that some of the pools earlier than this kind of nixed some of the difficult ones to deal with.
It made it a lot easier in terms of pulling Bop Knot.
Just quickly to explain to Spartacus what this draw is about. Everyone keeps drawing games. So what happens is so we had a situation where in the top 3 groups of 12 people, all of the people in 2A remained in the top 12. So we've had to put them across 4 groups, which has then kind of skewed the draws elsewhere. Anyone who's in the midfield, if you weren't 23rd downwards, you could have ended up anywhere between D and G, basically.
Yeah.
It's very Spartacus open. Might be protesting because of who got pulled in the same group as him.
The unfortunate bit is that one of those 2A people had to go in, and then the Martin Krul draw into there is particularly unfortunate.
Krul is also Krul being 3rd down to 3D is a bit rough, but at the same time it's only 6 games, so it's all still very open. And also the Bazti situation also pulled some of the weaker teams out of the mid-table as well.
Yeah, I think as well, looking at those 4 teams at the top of those 4 groups, Braun is probably the best one you could have had in there, just in terms of the actual strength of his team.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree. Oh god, I just realised I have to play a Menno. That could be fun. Right.
I did tell you that was a rough group for you.
3E. I think we've reached a consensus that we can move on and just spin for the
free spin.
spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I remove Surreal. Have I got rid of Galstus? No, I haven't. So let's do that. Galstus, go out of here. Surreal's out of here. Okay. Spin again.
Are we going to finally see the fabled me versus Herringzord match that has never happened, as far as I'm aware?
You never know.
Oh, it's Magnus.
Oh, it's a goblin off.
It's a goblin.
It's 2 goblin teams who've been struggling as well, so this is going to be really interesting.
That means 2 people are going to land in a group with 2 goblins.
Yes, that is true. And it cannot be Bazdi or Bobknot, so they've missed out on the Goblin Bonanza, as has the bye week. Right, so Magnus goes out, and we'll spin for who are the lucky 2 people that get 2 goblins and no bye week. We're about to find out. That will stay.
I think Shamba's going to be very pleased with that, to be honest.
It is Shamba. Super
I
Bowl
don't know
winner.
Shamba's roles this season. I think his team's dead.
Yeah, that team is a mess. But he might get lucky and pick up an absolute raft of SPP and maybe level a Saurus off of being a rookie.
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't think the goblins are locked in there with the former champion. I think Shamba's locked in there with them.
Poor Shamba. I
Logan
really do
to hunt for the goblins for sure. Round. And now I'll spin for the last spot here. Just roll that. Okay.
It's a pretty good division, that one. It's a pretty good division. If you like goblins.
And Cornite steps in. Yeah. How does that leave our last 2? Does Cornite have to come out for someone else?
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I don't think Cornite played any of us.
I just mean, are we going to end up with
that is true.
Is Zord and Bob not going to run into problems?
Yeah, so me and Bolter have to be split.
Right. So okay.
Glaudian's fine. Glaudian can go into either group.
No, Zord... I can't play Glaudian either. So Glaudian and Bolter have to go together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we spin it and then we see who comes up.
Yeah, we're looking at those 3 names for sure.
Is going to be the one that determines kind of where the groups go.
Okay. So this is going to be for the second spot of 3F. And we're looking for that little lovers triangle there between those 3. And that'll sort out a lot of this.
I think I'll end up in with Bopnot by virtue that Glaudian can't face Bopnot.
Well, speak of the devil.
Glaudian. Yeah, Glaudian, there we go. We pulled Glaudian.
So Glaudian.
So that would mean that Zord and Bopnot would have to go into 3G with me.
Yes, that's true.
Well, there we go. Means I actually finally get to play you. It's only been, what, 10 years?
Something like that. Do I have to flip a coin for... how does this work then? So I just plop them in? Or do we need to...
We're going to be
playing
each other first anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be fine.
All right. Herringzord. And is it Bolter?
Yeah, because the first person in is going to play the 4th person in, so the 2 in the middle would play each other. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, so Zord and Bopnot. Okay.
Yeah, which also means Bolter has to go in with Glaudian because Bolter's already played Zord.
Yes. Okay. So that leaves not much.
The bye week.
That leaves the bye week and Mojo Rising, and Mojo Rising cannot play Gastus, so this final spot has to be Mojo Rising, and you guys have the bye week.
Bye week in 3G.
I can't have the bye week. I've already had the bye week.
And therein lies the problem.
Okay. So we got to work out where the clash here is, or where the thing that can be switched is. Core Knight?
Yeah, Core Knight has to come out of there. Core Knight's got this
3G.
weird thing where he's only played people in the top 10 or the bottom 5.
So yeah, Core Knight into 3G and then the bye week into 3E. Does that work?
No, because Vex is out of bye week.
I think the bye week has to go into F.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. And then you have to swap Core Knight into 3G and swap
Mojo into 3E.
Mojo into 3E.
And that works. Yeah.
And then I think that does work in the end.
I think so. Let's just check. So Vex can't play the bye week. Magnus can't play Bastille Botfnot. That's fine. Shamba can play anybody apart from Arctic. That's fine. Mojo Ryzen. Gaustless Gorbash. He's okay. Surreal. Where's Surreal at? Vex, Gaustus, Arctic, and Wonderful Cat. That's fine. Glaudian. Sword, Botfnot, Gorbash. That's fine. Bolter. Sword, Spartacus, Shamba, Bobby. That's fine. The bye weeks missed those two, so that's okay. And then Gaustus, I think you're okay as well. I'm just reading it all out.
I've not played either of those three.
Arctic, Vex, Gorbash, Ryzen, Surreal. You've dodged all of those. Sword is also fine with that switch as well. It's the reason we had to switch. Botfnot. Cat, Glaudian, Swiss, me, and Magnus. He's dodged all of those, and Core Knight can play anybody. So yes, that does work. I'm pretty confident that this fits. So that is the full draw.
What do we feel about these groups then before we call this a night?
Oh, I've only just been able to look at them properly.
I think that went way better than I thought it would, and I'm quite pleased.
Yeah, that did. That was actually pretty effortless. We only had to do a little bit of switcheroo at the end. Those are some spicy groups, though. There's a couple there where I'm like, oh, like 3B, that's a pretty spicy group. 3D is a pretty spicy group. 3E is like the wild card group.
3E is a bit of madness. Mojo Ryzen's Corn, which is a nightmare for Shamba because it's like 3-claw Mighty Blow going into his Saurus that don't have any skills.
Yeah.
So it's like the monkey's claw. The monkey's paw is cold. Shamba wanted an easy group.
Yeah.
And on paper, it's easy, but it could be scary.
Do we know the running order? We know that the middle two teams are going to play each other first, and then it will be the teams on the outside that are playing first. Do we know what? Does it actually give us any clue as to what the second game in the group is going to be? Have we got a schedule somewhere, Sword?
I should be able to dig that out if you give me a few minutes. I've written this down somewhere in the past.
Because it's interesting because Shamba plays Magnus first. So then if Shamba plays Vex second and then gets absolutely demolished by Mojo Ryzen, that's going to feel really bad.
I mean, it's a gauntlet whichever way you cut it. I'm looking forward to Group B. I'm looking forward to seeing Mattia versus Bob and Medicine Dan. I think the Shudo matchups probably are going to be the easiest one, which I've just cursed him there. But this could be like
Shudo's
Mattia's...
been on a run of form. Shudo's been on a run of form where I think he could be a real wild card in that group. So he's got the potential to play a spoiler for anyone who really thinks they're going to come out of that looking, super peachy. I mean, he's sitting in 8th for a reason. So, I think he's in a good position to just play spoiler in that one and pick up some points off someone that you might not necessarily expect him to.
Yeah. I'm just really fascinated by Mattia's team because there's such a high point to kill that wolf. And now this split will determine, does he go down as the guy who killed the wolf, or does he turn that into a playoff run? He's only it's because part of the problem with all the draws, he's only 2 points back on the top of the table at the moment, although there is a game ongoing to maybe change that. But if he can get a result against Bob and Dan, and I'm assuming that he beats the Norse, and then all of a sudden he's got a really solid strength of schedule and also good table position.
Yeah. And I mean, 3H is pretty interesting as well because you've got the struggling undead kind of mirror between Gorbash and Bazdi to look forward to. But Bazdi's got to get through Arctic Antarctic first. And
I mean, McSwiss is licking his lips at this draw. McSwiss getting put into 3H is a godsend for him, considering he's not had a bad start at all. He is 24th, 2-1-3, but like he's got so many more skills on his team than these guys do. I feel like he'll be very happy with that draw. And then of course you play Harrowing Sword in the admin derby. Well, it's not really a derby, haven't played each other, but I mean this 3G is like a Revel classic. You Zord, Bop, not Core Knight, like you could have. Oh, hang on, I'll just let me undo
that. It's all right, we didn't see it.
Right. Yeah, and then unfortunately Surreal gets the bye.
Shadowing the result of that game,
yeah.
I think.
My bad, I was just AFK moving the cursor, really. And then Jed, Outcast, Cat, Brainlord at the top. Yikes.
I'm looking forward to that group. That's a group of some really good games, I think. I will enjoy playing all three of those opponents quite a lot.
Yeah.
Who's got the roughest go around, do you think, here, other than Bazdi? We can't really count him. He's got a rough go around wherever he ends up.
I mean, Shamba?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, Shamba.
I think Bron has got a really rough draw.
I think Wenteros has got a bash heavy draw, but Wenteros has also got like 9 blodge, so if anyone can
Wenteros won't care about that group. I think he'll be quite happy with that.
No, Wenteros he'll be thinking 9 points. I'm pretty sure.
I think Ameno could usurp him a little. It could upset him a little bit there. Ameno's team is so weird that it's quite difficult to play against. I struggled with it because it was like these players should be, there should be a team that's like 2,700 TV or something with those players, and it's just a load of chaff and then some really brilliant ones. But yeah, I think you're right. Bron is probably looking at that and going, "What did I do to deserve?"
Yeah, I think it is very possible
one,
that he sees that draw and assumes that we hate him, and that's not true.
No, that's not true at all.
Sorry, Bron.
He hasn't played
the wheel
tonight.
wills as the wheel wills.
All I'll say is if Bron wins tonight, he goes to 13th, which is like playoff position. So he'd be like top 4 if he wins. And in which case, like, time to put the money where the mouth is. You gotta like step up and play these guys. It's not like he's like 25th and he's been put in this group. Like he's doing quite well.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that is a rough group, though. That is a genuinely rough group.
It's a disastrous group. But I'm sure if anyone can prevail, it's him. Viking got better not be losing Gary Manilow pointers for his admin games. I doubt that's happening. That'd be quite funny if it was. No, it looks like he's doing well in the fresh. I'm having a quick look at the Gary Manilow season 6. Thanks once again to oh god, how have I forgotten the name? I'm so sorry. I was looking at it like 5 minutes ago. Average Joe, as ever, for doing this. The main gainers on this season are RTSD, Wenteros, Deckard, all having very strong starts to this season. Poor old Dr. Hep has dropped to... He started on 1,000 and he's lost every game. He's going to re-roll to halflings. This is a nice little shadow check of the fresh division because they highlight in blue. RTSD and Viking Cop doing a bit of seal clubbing, as is their right. But it still pretty much mirrors the table. This is Jed, Martin Krul, Wonderful Cat, Bob Knott, and Spartacus are your top 5 players according to Gary Manilow this season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm underperforming where Gary Manilow concerns because I just keep squeezing out draws, which is a bit unfortunate, but that is what it is. Gary hates me. It's fine.
Gary does hate. Magnus going for stretching for the lowest possible score here. I don't mean that in a rude way. He's playing goblins and he's getting beaten up. Like, let's be real.
And he did an entire season without any rerolls.
He did do that as well. So we love Magnus. And fingers crossed in the Goblin Mirror. It's going to be a brutal Goblin Mirror, Vex versus Magnus. That game's going to be
I might actually watch it. It's either going to go one of two ways. It's going to be a bunch of people just flailing ineffectually at each other, or it's going to be an absolute massacre.
I think it's going to be... there'll be a pitch clear. I'm pretty sure there'll be a pitch clear. It just depends on who rolls hot at the start.
Well, one team only has one troll. That could be the deciding factor.
It could well be. I think that's all for us. Thanks for coming on, Zord, to make sure that it all works just about fine.
You're all right. You both did a grand job. I appreciate you doing it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We can only do a good job because of your instructions. So don't worry. If your instructions made it incredibly easy.
The ramblings of a madman. I would describe them
as. You've clearly not been listening to these recaps.
Yeah, pretty much every stream that I'm on is just the ramblings of a madman and Brainlord, and I'm not sure which is worse. So
are we playing right now? Is Brainlord streaming his game? We might be able to raid him. Let me just go to Twitch real quick. Let me just go to a backplate here while I sort out the raid.
Oh, so those games are live. I mean, it's literally turn 1 between Bron and Wenteros. So it's 0-0, unsurprisingly. And I'll check the latest score in Brainlord's game.
Oh, nice. We get a little Soccer Saturday style update.
Radio Rebel. Brainlord leads 1-0 on the 5th turn, but that is on Martin's drive. He's turned over and scored.
Bit the old stacky there.
Martin Krul. The lights are shining too bright. That was his game to go top, and he's been turned over by the elves.
He's just trying to justify his place in 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. There's a UK BBL game that I'll raid into, I think. So
on that note, I will bid everyone in chat good night. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go and finish the dinner that I've been surreptitiously eating. I hope nobody could hear me eating.
It hasn't. I don't think it's picked up much at all. So I think you're
very nice.
There. Well done.
I got away with it. All right. Cheerio, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a nice evening. I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.